Hi there. Welcome to the Nebulous Science News. Capturing an asteroid, is it a good idea or not? Richard Benzel of the Massachusetts Institute of Technology says no. He said that it does not further NASA's goal of putting humans on Mars. Now, he called the notion and the plan to possibly rope an asteroid a bad idea. Another bad ideas not reported by Benzel were forgetting to pack a lunch, not fueling up before leaving Earth, and flying to Mars without insurance. It also appears water on Earth may be 135 million years older than we thought. It turns out that some researchers took some surface material from the asteroid Vesta and compared it with some extremely old rocks from Earth and determined that the levels of normal hydrogen and deuterium are about the same, suggesting that water came to Earth much earlier than expected. Now, with water being 135 million years older than we thought, not only means that life could have developed earlier than we once believed, but that bottled water companies will now have to face a massive recall as they change the expiration dates on their bottles. Now, here's the story for Halloween. Fanged deer. Yes, you heard that right. Fanged deer. Deer with fangs. We're seeing for the first time in 60 years in Afghanistan, which, I mean, you would think would be kind of cool. If it were true, it would mean, a hell of a lot for the environment. But it turns out that they were, in fact, just normal deer dressed up for Halloween. The biggest question is how they were so brave going out after that last terrible vampire movie. Yeah, speaking of animals and going out, there's new evidence suggesting that oxygen levels were too low during the first billion years or so of Earth's formation for animals to develop. It's called the boring billion years. And now, you would think, some research says there should be enough oxygen, should have been enough oxygen there for animals. But turns out that there was, in fact. It's just that once the animals gave up smoking, that's all they really had to do. It's all over from there. And finally, Boyd Bushman. Now, this fellow was an engineer at Lockheed Martin and at Texas Instruments. So that means he had all the really cool calculators in the 70s. Those little brown ones that could do sine waves. Anyway, he said that he actually encountered aliens at Area 51. He said that his proof were photographs that he took of some extraterrestrial beings who looked strangely like toys. But he said that aliens came in two types, wranglers and rustlers. Now, the wranglers are supposed to be friendlier, though I don't think they're quite as comfortable as Levi's aliens. But it turns out that the wranglers and the rustlers are not just aliens, but it turns out they were sent in by the Bureau of Land Management to handle wild cattle in the southwest United States. And that is it for the Nebulous Mind Science Show.